hot inside a Clone Trooper helmet. So greetings, Force fans. A little live here. I'm going to do a question and answer about my Clone Trooper armor. And in order to answer, I need questions. So if you guys have any questions about this armor, please let me know in the comments. And again, I did build this myself. This helmet is from Chris the Prop Guy. It's a beautiful resin cast helmet that I completed. This is really one of the first full cosplays that I built. That Kylo done before this, but the first really difficult one that I did. So Chris the Prop Guy made this helmet, and then the armor kit is from 850 Armor Works. 850 Armor Works, you can look them up online. They are an armor builder based out of Pensacola, Florida. Good friends of mine. Mike over there really helped me out, kind of guided me through this process, and we've become good friends from that. So 850 Armor Works is where you can get the armor. This helmet kit, you can get helmets pretty much anywhere. Galactic Armory, I got one from. Mike has them at 850 Armor Works. This kit, what's going on? VG Comms. What's going on, my man? This helmet kit is from Chris the Prop Guy, but I also have the 332nd, and this is a Galactic Armory 3D print. So you can do both. The great thing about the 501st armor is you can do a 501st and a 332nd. Whew. Thank you, John Doe. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. So I've had this armor for probably about 3 years now. The first set of armor that I built this all myself. Thank you, John Doe. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Built this all myself. I've got a playlist that kind of walks you through how I built this, as well as how I've got a Cody, Commander Cody, that's right over the behind the camera here. I can walk you through, how I built all of these. But yeah, this is the first kit that I got approved with the 501st. Thank you, VComs friend. I appreciate it, VGComs. First kit that I got approved with the 501st, and I've been trooping ever since. I now have 2 501st kits and a Jedi cosplay. So yeah, love them, love them. Love that. I do dig this helmet. Just such a cool little tribute to Ahsoka when she came back. That whole 7th season of Clone Wars is some of the best Star Wars out there, in my opinion. In my opinion. Now stick around, because after I've had this on for about 5 minutes, I'll go ahead and start to take it off and show you, not that you want to see naked clone, but show you guys how it all goes together, kind of how it's strapped up, how it fits. This kit is ABS plastic, so this is not a 3D print. It's vacuum formed sheets of plastic, and you kind of form it together from that. So it's much lighter than a 3D kit. I think it's much more durable than a 3D kit. Brimdark Alcorn, thank you, sir. Thank you for being here. Or ma'am, I don't know. Damian Scott, what's going on? So yeah, this is much lighter than a 3D kit. My Mandalorian is 3D printed. I have nothing against 3D stuff, but if you're going to do a full set of armor, I would absolutely recommend ABS plastic over that. It may initially be a little more expensive, but you're going to probably save time and money in the finishing of it. There's no layer lines that you're going to have to sand down, stuff like that. There are some difficulties in making the seamless part of this armor for the clone armor, but it's something I learned how to make this while I was making this. So it's not a difficult process. It's something that anybody can do. But it is expensive. The kit itself is going to run you, like for the kit and the belt, and straps, and the accessories, probably just under $1,000. Helmet's going to run you about 100 to plus. That's unfinished. Undersuit, $20, $30, depending. It's just like a Under Armour performance wear. Neck seal, I think, was 50. The boots were 100 or 150. Gloves, 25. So it all adds up. I think it probably cost me, all tolds, about $1,500 to build this. So just know, if you want to get into this, that it is expensive. That's why you see a bunch of grown-ass men and women in the 501st, and it's simply because we've got that expendable income. I can spend, luckily, I can spend $1,500 on a costume to play dress up. So, and then two, something I'm very proud of is that I've built this so I can put it on all by myself. I don't need any assistance to get this on, and there's not a lot that, a lot of people can't do that with a clone trooper armor. So I'm gonna throw the helmet on one more time, then we're gonna slowly start to break it all down so you guys can kind of see the strapping process and how it all goes together, which it's, really not a difficult process. It's kind of very simple. Not a whole lot that's attached here to hold it together. So, helmet shot one last time. And the blaster is from Galactic Armory. The DC-15S. Shorty. That is it. Ooh. Yeah, I do really dig this armor. Can't help but feel like a badass when you put this on. All right, so how does it all strap together? How does it all go? It's very simple. So the gloves are, these are just gloves. These are Nomex flight gloves. Oop. So they're a pilot glove. A little bit longer, and they go under that, and then the hand plates are just Velcroed on there. Hand armor Velcroed onto the gloves. Both gloves are the same. So my forearms just have a little bit of foam in there to kind of hold them in place. So it's upholstery foam. It's like what's in your couch cushions. Holds it right in place. Both forearms are the same. And for your elbows, you've got this, armor strap on the outside. This is a rubberized piece. And then the inside is just a little bit of elastic that holds that in place. And the elbows and the knees are identical. The knees do the same thing. A little bit of elastic holds these in. So the only part of the arms that are really strapped to anything are the shoulder bells and the biceps. Let me take one of these off and I'll kind of show you what we're dealing with here. All right, so I have a clip and strap that's attached to my neck seal. And then that clips into that one right there. So it holds that in place. A little bit of elastic to hold the shoulder bell down. And then the bicep is attached with a strap and a clip to that. But I just keep that, it really doesn't even need to be a clip. I can keep it full-time attached there. But that just sits on like so. Very simple process. This is the only part of the arms that are really strapped to anything. Same thing for that side. So for the chest back, different people do this different ways. Take this balaclava off. Most people, because the CRL, the costume requirement list, just calls for a visible seam here. So most people make this as a clamshell that opens up and closes, easier to put on over top. I felt there wasn't a need to do that. If you're adding more Velcro or more ability to open, to me, you're just giving yourself more options for crap to fuck up. So I made this all one piece, and it simply slides over the abs and rests on top. There's literally no strapping or anything on that. It just slides over top and sits on there. And again, this is extremely light. It's ABS plastic, extremely thin. And it's also like it's got some flex to it, so you can bend it. You can, it's not going to snap in two, which is again the bonuses of ABS plastic over that. The belt is actually, I've got this all glued on. It used to be Velcroed on here, but there was no reason to take it off. So, and I have it. Sometimes the Velcro would come undone during troops, so I just basically glued the whole thing on there. The butt and the cod, though, do come off. So Velcro, Velcro, Velcro snap. The Velcro's underneath here. And then I've got a snap on this portion right here and Velcro underneath. So it all kind of comes together, but your cod and your butt are able to do a little bit of wiggling and gives a little bit of movement, so that's good. The abs are all one solid piece, and when I take my neck seal off, I'll kind of show you how that's strapped in. But I want to get down to the legs and show you what we've got here. So the hardest part of getting this on is absolutely the legs. A lot of people will need assistance with this. Luckily, I'm somewhat bendy, so I don't have as many issues. All right, so we'll start with the shoes. These are from a company called Keep Trooping. These are their realistic clone boots. This is the only pair of custom shoes I've ever owned. I've got bespoke shoes. So these are my clone trooper boots, weathered by me. Had these again for about 3 years, and they are in perfect condition. The hardest part about building a realistic clone armor set is gonna be this here shin spoon contraption. So when they did the movies, you know, they were all 3D generated clones. None of them were real clones. None of them were real armor. So you look at the back of the clone armor and it's all one solid piece. However, unless you're double jointed in your foot, you're just not gonna be able to get your foot through there. It just doesn't go straight enough, or you got really small feet maybe. There's a couple people I know that can get that done. So how do you create this look and still be able to get it on? So you create a shin spoon. So this is the spoon, shin. You've got 3 tabs in here. Tab on the side, tab on that side, and then I'll show you another tab up under here. So you'll kind of get this on because you can get your foot through that. Flip it around. Shin spoon. And then you got one solid piece. So it's kind of cool to me also that the first people to actually build clone armor were 501st Legion members. Yes, I do have more armor. I've got a Commander Cody that's actually on the mannequin right behind me. I got a Kylo. I've got, well, that's not really armor. Mandalorian. And I'm working on Rogue One TK, so a regular Stormtrooper. Those are my armors right now. And it seems like I'm always adding some. All right, the knee. Same as the elbow. It's got the fake armor strap on the outside here. Or, sorry, yeah, it's the armor strap and then a little bit of elastic that holds it in place. What's going on Azul's Desire? I hope I pronounced that right. Probably didn't. So that's my knee. I'll take this other side off real quick so I can get the thighs down. And again, I completely designed this armor so I could get it on myself. That was the whole point of this. You know, what's the use of playing dress up if you got to have somebody there with you the whole time to do it? That's my point. Other shin spoon, other knee, and then the only real piece that is attached to anything on the bottom are the thighs. And I've got them strapped to a belt to hold them up. Oh. So you can see there's a strap in the side that basically holds each of the thighs up with a belt. Simple process, it works. So really that's the only thing that's strapped on the bottom. The rest is just sitting in place gravitationally. Neck seal. Again, with the tabs on the outside. And you can see this is just held up with some homemade suspenders. And it's one big solid piece. Oops. Not to strangle myself. And this is kind of my clone diaper, if you will. One solid piece. The belt, this is a rubber belt, and the belt is actually heavier than all the armor combined. So that's the heaviest piece of it. And then the butt, again, is simply Velcroed on the back the way the cod is. So I've got Velcro there, Velcro on the front, and that just sits on like that. And then the cod and the butt, again, come together with a snapping system. And this is for level 2 certification. It calls for a snap there, but it basically snaps in and Velcros behind. So it will all stay together. And that's what you end up with. And then under here, this is just straight up, you know, generic Under Armour for my undersuit. So hope y'all enjoyed that. I do appreciate everybody being here. Thank you very much. If you guys want to see how I built this, check my playlists. I've got a build playlist for my Cody. I've got a build playlist for my Mando. I've got a build playlist for this 501st clone. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate the subs. As always, I'm Darth Rage. Yes, I did made this all myself. Check my playlist, seriously. I've got build playlists for all of my builds, and it'll kind of walk you through how to do it all. And you can do it. You can do it yourself. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. My favorite, it's probably this 501st clone. It just fits the best. It's the way that, you know, it's the one that I like to wear the best. Cody, I want Cody to be my favorite, but it's just giving me headaches. So yeah, this one's the easiest one to wear, most recognizable for me. It's really cool. Now, once I get my Stormtrooper built, who knows? Who knows? So thanks all for being here. I do appreciate it. As always, I'm Darth Rage. This is Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force.